What's power? Getting this camera and stuff adjusted. Let us know if it's too loud. NeRo doing his thing. This is Black in a Minute. I do not like how that camera looks crooked. I'm probably gonna have to fix that. How y'all doing? What's power? Let me know if it's too loud. This dude is bumping over here. I hope y'all having a good Thursday evening. We got some heavy talk for you tonight. Talking generational curses and family dynamics. Got a few announcements to make. First and foremost, Juneteenth. Actually, before Juneteenth, June 18th. Those of y'all who are native to the Evansville area, the summer series will be coming back to Evansville after a year of absence due to COVID-19, a pandemic. There will be some very, very enjoyable performances. NeRo Angelo, my partner in crime, the other half of Black in a Minute, will not only be hosting this event, he will be performing as well. Okay? He's not the only guy on the ticket neither. We also have Sonny Teray. If you guys are familiar with Sonny, he's a co-lyricist. He also is a teacher when he's not out here laying down bars. There's also Ray Dozier, very artistically gifted, both from a voice standpoint to also art. She does a lot of paintings and other forms of artwork. She's doing some crafting and stuff now too. If she's watching, she needs to send her website and her links so we can promote that. There will also be Zachariah TBM. So that's going down June 18th. That's a Friday for those of y'all keeping track. And then that Saturday is June 19th, Juneteenth. We got two events going on. There's also going to be a Juneteenth event, a Juneteenth block party, if you will, going on the south side of Evansville. Okay? Over there near R&K, if you know, right off Riverside.
Yep.
Various artists will be performing. Various Black-owned businesses and merchants will be there. I myself, the Dark King Poet, and my partner in crime, NeRo Angelo, we both will be performing.
Yes, indeed.
Separately, we ain't a group yet. We have not combined our bars. We ain't did the fusion dance yet.
Nope.
How y'all doing? We got 4 people in the stream.
Let us know who you are.
Can we get some likes?
What's good?
Please and thank you. What's going on, Kiki? Power, what's up?
What up, though? We got 4 people and 3 likes. Let's go ahead and fix that.
Let's fix that ratio.
Go ahead and fix it.
Juneteenth. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Juneteenth. After that Juneteenth event, we're also going to be having a baseball game. The members of Black in a Minute, myself, the Dark King Poet, and NeRo Angelo, we have partnered with the African American Museum of Evansville, as well as the Evansville Otters, to host and be a part of the 100th anniversary of the Negro League of Baseball. So what that means, we got a baseball game for you. I got tickets, free tickets.
He got tickets.
You know what I'm saying? The event itself starts at 5:30. The first pitch is going around 6:30. There will be food. There will be a few little activities and games and such. It's even going to be fireworks. So we're going to be out and about. That's next Saturday. Not this Saturday, but the Saturday after next. Juneteenth, June 19th, 2021. Shout out to y'all in the chat.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome. How y'all doing?
Okay, we got 5 people and 5 likes. I ain't even have to ask y'all. That's funny.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Please like, comment, subscribe. We need that. Share this with your friends. We want to get more people in the discussion. And I know y'all know more than one person.
Right.
If each of y'all share this to one person and
Let
it's
us
5 of
know
y'all, That's at least 10 people. Let's hear some opinions. I love it. And for those of y'all keeping track, I'm rocking Dragon Ball Z.
We are
Had to. Oh, bruh. And we didn't plan that neither. That's just what happens when you anime heads and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you black. But we didn't plan that. I like that shirt better because it's red and black, but you know, semantics.
Yeah, that's true.
I gotta give me a Vegeta shirt.
Twinning energy.
Basically, Cara, basically. Hey, how is the sound for y'all?
Like, is the beat too loud?
Yeah, is the beat too loud? Are we too loud? Like, how do we sound?
Because sometimes we can tell, sometimes we can't.
Facts.
It's a little weird. Let me see. Because I'm thinking we sound all right.
I think we good.
Sure we do. Yeah, I think we good.
The beat needs to go down a hair. Okay. Sir,
I got you.
Your audio is disturbing.
Is that a little bit better?
A smidgen. How y'all doing? What's power?
It's good.
Y'all, we gonna get the discussion started in probably about 10-ish minutes.
Yeah.
I know at least one of y'all have been waiting patiently for us to start. Originally, we were supposed to start at 7:30, but we had to lay down some words of power. We had to do some last-minute productions and setups and things and such, but we are good and going, and we ready to talk. Better. Cool. Just shared the link. Thank you. Appreciate it. Power to that. Hey, all we asking is for one share on one social media of y'all choice. So if you got a Facebook, go ahead and drop that link. Say, hey, y'all know the podcast. Y'all know what y'all like about us. Put in some nice little words. Share it on your social medias. Your Twitters, your Instagrams. I know Instagram is a little bit much, so it's okay if you don't share it on there. I'd love you more if you did. But Facebook, Twitter, help us out. For those of y'all who be creeping around on Reddit, tell them mugs on there. Let them know. Share it in your little Apple message groups, your iMessage groups. I sounded old as hell saying Apple message.
You did. I'm glad you noticed that.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you did.
I caught it. Yeah, share this on your iMessage. Y'all ain't talking about nothing anyway.
I'm weak. Why you say it like that? That's
hey, so for those of y'all
ain't he mean
who just happened to be at the auction we just did this past June 4th, shout out to y'all. First Fridays we was out there. We did an auction where we sold off some of the art of our collective, which for those of y'all who pay attention, we're sponsored by Twyman Art.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
okay?
Indeed.
Twyman Art provides
That's why we got
the infrastructure.
Artwork. That's why we got the artwork.
And we gonna show y'all some more artwork.
Majority of the stuff's for sale too.
Yes.
And I think it's all on the website as well.
So don't fret. If you're looking for some artwork and you see something in any of our videos, let us know. We will make that happen for you, right. Captain. I wasn't gonna judge, but all of them eyeballs though. Hey. Run that back. Run that back. But nah, you know what I'm saying? Share this in y'all little group chats. We trying to keep the group chat lit too, damn it.
She really put in the old man emoji.
Wait till the GIFs and the memes come out. That's way down the pipeline.
Oh yeah.
By way down the pipeline, I mean probably like in a month or so. It ain't nothing to make GIFs. I do that all the time. But anywho.
I gotta get into learning all this technical stuff, bro. I ain't gonna front.
Man.
You be on it.
It's fun. But once again, for those of y'all who just dropping in, I am giving away tickets. And don't worry, I got more than these two. These just the two that I have here, for example. 2 tickets. Evansville Otters, June 19th. That is Saturday. Not this Saturday weekend, next Saturday weekend. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Come out. This is also the anniversary of the NeRo League baseball era.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just had the anniversary for the Tulsa massacre, didn't we?
Yes.
Not too long ago.
Anniversary for Black Wall Street. And really, essentially, all those massacres as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
Because what happened in Tulsa Wasn't the only place where they struck. They struck Chicago. They struck some places in Ohio. A lot of the Midwest got struck that had rich, thriving black communities.
Right.
If you're ever curious and want to know more history about that, Google's your friend, bruh.
Yes, indeed.
There's also YouTube as well.
That it is.
Tulsa is the most visible one. Tulsa has been the most covered.
Yeah,
but
there was a lot of.
There were a lot of them. There were a lot of thriving black communities. Throughout the Midwest and East Coast, especially.
Itself, but yeah, there were various ones.
Oh yeah, there was various massacres and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Various, bombings and stuff.
Absolutely.
And so it's important to know that, when we talk about history.
Oh yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta handle a little bit of business. I'll be right back.
Do your thing, bro.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
How y'all doing this evening? We got 5 people in here. Please take the time to like, comment, tell me how you feeling today. What's power? That's what's up for y'all that don't know the language.
We got our own lingo going, you know what I'm saying?
Share this with your friends.
You gotta hop on the wave.
Share this with your family.
Right.
Do what it do. We good, bro?
Oh, yeah. I just gotta figure something out real quick.
Okay, thank you for the like. We at 7. Appreciate you.
We like to hear that. We like to see that.
Join us on Juneteenth, man. We also got the Juneteenth cookout going on right off Riverside. For those of y'all who live in the Evansville, Indiana area, that's Southern Indiana. For those of y'all who want to know the location, all you got to do is go to the link pinned to the top of the chat. That is our page where you can find all of our events, as well as when new episodes of the podcast or the live stream come out. That's also going to be the home of the merch when it drops. I'm not telling y'all. But hello everyone. Hope all enjoyed the humidity today. I have not been enjoying the humidity at work, and I've really been noticing at work because, like, the way my mask and work is set up, it's been harder than normal to breathe. And if you suffer from asthma, bronchitis, any kind of breathing issues and or allergies, you know what the fuck I've been talking about. Like, it has been ridiculous here lately. And it's not just the heat, it's that humidity that comes with it and all this rain. But I rock with the Midwest, and a lot of this is Midwest syndrome. I'm Midwest till I die. It is what it is. But, it is what it is. My man. Yeah, NeRo had to go off screen. He's taking care of some things. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good. How you doing, twin? What's power? How you be? We about to start here in a couple minutes. Hey, just take some time to, shoot this out to your friends and family. Anybody definitely need to either hear or talk about some generational curses and I was about to say financial family dynamics, although that can play in the family dynamics, them finances, that money. You got mugs taking money and stealing, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing good tonight. Please definitely share this. For those of y'all who, what's funny? The way the mic is set up, I have to have it like this, because the other way, having it like traditionally where it's downward, does not work for me from a height perspective. And if I do change it around, then I also have to change the arm and everything too. It's really inconvenient. It's a stature thing more than anything. But yeah. Plus, I want y'all to hear me clearly and coherently. So, if I'm not doing it like this, I'm like this, and something about this just don't work with me. But yeah. Once again, I hope y'all having a good evening. I'm telling you. I am telling you. So y'all, I want to take the time to get started with the discussion. So, basically what's going on is that we want to talk about generational curses and family dynamics. Essentially, this was actually a topic that NeRo put forth. And, we all have that story, right? That story that we don't really talk about unless we're triggered, or unless it's the Thanksgiving table. Y'all know the memes, y'all know those vibes. Basically put, we live in a day and age where there seems to be a subculture of people just not being down with their family for various reasons, right? A lot of those reasons tend to be rooted in what NeRo has put forth as generational curses. Okay. And what is that? Well, that's the alcoholism that exists in some families, the gambling addictions, sexual addictions, drug usage, some of the vices that not only affect the individual, but because of that individual's involvement in said activities, behaviors, environments, what have you, gang activity, et cetera, start to affect the dynamic of the family as a whole. These type of things usually show up in beefs amongst family members, petty differences, people not talking to each other, and most importantly, people just simply disowning family members. And while a decent portion of these types of scenarios and situations are definitely worth that disassociation, right? What we're saying, or at least what we want to pose to you guys, is that one, maybe there's more healthy ways that we can work out these issues. But more importantly, why? Why is it so big in this day and age that people have these issues with their families? And what can we do to help mitigate? Because we're not going to just instantly wipe the slate with some of this stuff. If you got somebody that got like a gambling addiction or a drunk, typically sometimes these behaviors and tendencies, not only do they pass down through generation through either ill-fated traditions, sometimes it's genetics, right? Let me check out the chat. I was so happy when my last name changed because I hated the baggage my maiden name carried. Those damn Compton folks. Right? It can be something as simple as that, right? The reputation that's created from the terrible dynamics that exist. These generational curses be leaving scars on people's reputation. And you ain't did a goddamn thing but had a last name. Crazy, right? Cara, thank you for that. Twin said it's hard to be around people who always starting issues, then lying about the whole situation. Bruh. Right? Like that thief everybody got?
Yeah.
Or that liar, the person that's just never got their story straight, like you said.
Yeah, Lord.
Twin, males and females not knowing how to be parents and treating their children like crap or using them.
Dang.
Woo! Everybody knows a Compton, LOL.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's your original family name. Is that what that
is?
Yep.
She, Cara was sharing, her experiences with how having a last name attached to you from generational curses and people acting like an ass.
Yeah.
Can make you look bad even if you're not participating in those behaviors.
That's absolutely true.
What's power, Keontae? How you be?
What's good, Brody? I am sorry for my absence, y'all. I had to go ahead and handle a little bit of business. For those who do not know, I'm not going to say too much, but basically, I have been having to take care of certain things involving family. So I kind of have to keep my phone on hand at all times just in case something happens. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be as professional as possible, but I still got to handle business.
Be patient with them.
Y'all just bear with us. Y'all just bear with us.
Hey, if you're new to the stream, please like, comment, definitely share and subscribe. We appreciate all the love, and we want to be able to keep on giving y'all these conversations, baby. But yeah, you know, as I was telling them, generational curses, y'all. Let's talk about it. Cara already let us know something.
Yeah.
But she's just one person. I want y'all to add something to the discussion. The other side, Cara, she on one. She said the other side of family isn't better. Those damn Carter people. LOL. Nah, the other side of the family.
Right.
Twin said they're resting well, NeRo.
Look, if you know, you know.
Bro. Yeah.
Trying to be taken care. Look, that's the biggest thing. Look, oh dang, you related to the Carters too. That's a big family here.
Anytime.
That's a huge family.
Hey, for the folks who are in the chat that are local, anytime people hear that last name or Madison, my boy need to be in the chat right now. Or Madison.
Them Madisons, boy.
Everybody got something to say. Everybody got something to say. I can't relate because I'm not originally from here, but I've been here long enough to understand the dynamics of at least these two families. Oh, look at that. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, we got a Madison and a Carter in the chat. Hey, I don't want no violence. Okay?
I don't want no trouble.
All right.
Too many family here. Main reason why I dated outside my race. Lord, yeah, I guess I can see that.
Well,
I can see that.
Oh, my brother, my boy can speak to that too. That's crazy. Hey, y'all. Look, let's talk about it. It's okay. We ain't even got to get too specific. But let's talk about some of the curses, some of the things that y'all have inherited from being associated with your last name.
Yeah, that's true.
We all got that story that's being mentioned at the Thanksgiving table.
I'm related to a Madison too. We may be family. Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Oh, see,
look at that.
Up.
Look at the Black in a Minute podcast, bringing families together since 2020.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I know. Man, look. Yeah.
Look.
Yo. So, you know, the Thanksgiving table. I love some of the memes and GIFs that exist within Black culture. And I'm going to tell you why. If you know, you know, but let me explain. I think this is also why I like comedy too. Because these dynamics harp on real life situations. Everybody talks about, you know, the cookout or the Thanksgiving dinner, the 4th of July, barbecue cookout, comebacks and clapbacks. And really, when we psychoanalyze those back and forth, what we're highlighting, right, is tension and hidden aggressions that exist amongst families and family members.
Dang, bro said I was almost arrested simply because I'm a Madison. Look, hey, I gotta say something about y'all family. When we had it's not.
He don't want no problems. He don't want no problems.
No, it ain't nothing bad. The matriarch and patriarch of your family used to go to my church when they were still living. We had their funeral there. When I say every pew, every corner was filled. I mean, yep, Elmo and Eileen. Yes, Elmo and Eileen Madison. The stairs. Y'all was filling the stairs.
Deep. Muggs was deep
during the funeral. I don't know how we fit y'all. Like, bro, it was crazy. It was crazy. I had never seen a family that huge.
Look, ladies and gentlemen, for those of y'all who don't live in the local area,
oh yeah,
and I know this exists in other places too, but I'm gonna specifically talk about this area. There's literally a annual family cookout due to the size of this city.
Oh yeah,
and the breakdown of the families that live here. There's an annual cookout that happens here that's basically a citywide family reunion amongst black people that live in this city. It's crazy,
right?
But at this size, the way it is, it's crazy. But you get to see that.
Yeah, actually, and see, the biggest thing, the difference for me is that majority of my family is out of Kentucky. So when we have our family reunions, it's usually over in Hopkinsville. For those who know where Hoptown is. So I don't have a whole lot of family here. But once we cross that bridge, shoot, a lot of us are spread out. Actually,
man,
I've got a good amount in Chicago. I've got a good amount of people in Chicago. I got
we
some
better
in
not
Detroit.
Be related.
I got bro.
We better not be related.
Look, if you out of Chicago, you related to any Floyds?
I don't think so.
Because I got a cousin named Garland. My mom.
I just need for me.
Garland, he's a Floyd.
With Chicago, I just need to know locations, and I can narrow it down.
I
for
can figure
you.
that out. I
you figure that out. Look at that. Once again, Black in the Minute, bringing families possibly together since 2020.
Look, we got the Glass family that's up in Detroit. They moved to Detroit.
I don't think we got any people in Detroit, but
okay. But yeah.
But back to the discussion at hand, y'all. We want to talk about the curses, man. Tell us something.
I won't necessarily say this is a generational curse because it's not really a bad thing, but it kind of comes part and parcel to being a preacher's kid. Everybody know. Look, a lot of people that know me don't know me because of me. A lot of people know me because of who my granddaddy is. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna put his business out in the streets because the music will get interrupted again because he'll be calling me. But
say pull up
for real. Be like, boy, why you sharing my business on the internet? I ain't doing all that. So, but in all truth, that's why I know certain folks around here. It's one of those if you know certain things. They be like, oh yeah, I know your granddaddy. Yeah, it's like, oh, you such boy. Okay,
Yeah,
you know how that is. And honestly, I've got friends whose grandparents went to school with my grandparents because all the black folk from back in the day used to all go to the same high school. That was Lincoln High School. Once again, if you know, you know. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard about or know, like have grandparents and stuff that came out of Lincoln High School if they lived here. From the 30s to the 60s. You know what I'm saying? And that's before Lincoln became like a elementary school. That same school, Lincoln Clark Douglas, used to be a high school. It used to be a high school, and that's where most black folk went up until about, I want to say, the 60s or 70s when they allowed us to spread out. You know what I'm saying? So that, for a lot of us, that's a hub. And they usually have a reunion every year. So you still see a lot of the patriarchs and matriarchs around here. People who are literally the starting members of a lot of these large families.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay.
With these large families, especially, sometimes we get to the point where, having that last name might also get you in a heap of trouble. Mm-hmm. Like Javar mentioned earlier, he was arrested just because somebody thought he was someone else based off of his last name.
Yeah, that's all it takes. You such and such as cousin, you such and such as brother.
You so-and-so son, you so-and-so daughter.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really, look, I'm be honest, that's another reason why I ain't never really been a fan of the whole junior thing.
Yeah, sometimes it's problematic.
My kids gonna have their own name and their own identity associated with it.
Honestly, I just don't feel like my name is as cool as some other names. So, I want to pass down dope. But yeah, man. It's true. Let me see. I have had situations where people have made assumptions based on who my family members are. I've met people who were like, oh, I went to school with your mama. I went to school with your auntie. I was in the service with your uncle, blah, blah, blah. Different things of that nature. And a lot of that gives you basically the starting framework for what they perceive you to be. Because based on that person's actions, for good or for ill, they'll be like, oh, well, you such and such boy. Okay. I can level with you,
Right.
or oh, you related to such and such. You might be questionable. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Carr said, "You know your family is an issue when people ask you if you like the typical Compton." Lord Jesus. Look, I ain't trying to start no wars out here, man. I ain't trying to start no static. But but man, yeah. You see, I never knew a whole lot of Comptons. That's the interesting thing. I only knew about a handful. I don't even know if y'all are all related. Are there more than one branch? Just out of curiosity, I've never really known. Because see, the Madisons I knew because a lot of Madisons came up through my church. So, like I said, Elmo and Eileen went to our church. So we knew just about all of them. You know what I mean? Well, I don't think it's possible to know all of them, but we knew a good amount of y'all. You know.
Like roaches. Everywhere.
Only one. Okay, so there's only one. Okay. Because I knew a couple Comptons, but I ain't know way too many of them.
I've heard. There's like one or two coming to my mind right now.
Actually, I knew wasn't very problematic.
Now that I think about the name.
I think about it. Yeah. Look, the one that I knew wasn't like back when I was in high school. Wasn't very problematic, but I don't even know if he was from here. I wasn't sure. He always kind of seemed like he wasn't from here. So that was kind of interesting. But other than that, you know, I have had certain things where people have certain expectations of me based off of my family lineage. Now that is true.
Kiki said something here. I don't know if we read this.
Lacking financial knowledge contributing to the chain of poor choices of getting into debt and passing it on to the next generation. Yes. Now, I like what you said about juniors and whatnot, because my grandmother once told me about a lady who put a lot of things in debt. Like she went into a whole lot of debt. And because her and her daughter had the same first name, a lot of that stuff ended up being attributed to the daughter. And look, the daughter ended up with bad credit as a result of it.
And we know in our culture, that's a joke people make all the time. But you know at least one person who got a bunch of shit in their name that they didn't even do.
Yep.
Their parents did.
Yep. We're going to put...
That's a curse. That is a curse.
That is a curse.
Don't get it twisted.
Look. When Kendrick Lamar was joking around about saying that his little brother got put on his taxes, that's not a lie. Things like that do happen. Certain bills been put in people's names that was 3 years old. But because it's a name, as long as it's a name and it has a social security number and a birth certificate, you can do that. Yeah. It ain't right to do, and I don't encourage nobody to do it. Don't sit there and set your babies on a pathway to have a 230 credit score at 20, and they don't even know why.
Right.
They got what you would call the utility bills. Exactly. Look, you got your child facing litigation as soon as they decide to get an apartment that they own, and they don't even know why. They getting bills sent to their house. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do stuff like that because that creates a process. You know what I'm saying? That creates, like I said, it's a curse. That's a literal generational curse right there.
Y'all ain't even got to tell the story, but while we own it, how many of y'all?
Have nobody get drugged.
How many of y'all got? How many of y'all?
Oh Lord,
got the thief? Got the thief? I'm thinking of it like MMOs. Like everybody has a role. How many of y'all got the thief in your family? How many of y'all got the drunk in the family? You can say me, you say a 1 or a 2, however the hell you want to do it.
Dang, before we get to that, Javar said my name was in everything. I'm just now getting my credit right at 29 from all that. Lord.
Right, thank you. Raise a hand, show of hands. How many of y'all got at least a thief and a drunk in your immediate family?
Look, an immediate.
That's causing some sort of issue or problem. Them are just two of the archetypes, y'all.
I wouldn't say
primary two that most people can
we ain't got nobody reference. We ain't got nobody real serious in our immediate family. Some of them have recovered. So
the gambler too. Yeah, you're right.
Look, some of them have recovered. I won't front about that.
What about the abuser? What about the abuser?
I haven't had much of that, thank the Lord. We did used to have, like, I had an uncle who was a bit of a problem child when he was younger, but he's grown out of that. Actually now he does a lot of counseling for people who suffer from addiction. So he made it full.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Look, you know who he is. That's what's up, man. So so it's possible for these people to make a turnaround. It can be done.
Think about all the rivalries y'all know of that exist within your own family.
Mm-hmm.
The when that person come around, everybody act different, or they put hey, put this up because they, so and so coming over here. And for those of y'all married, the in-laws and all of that type of stuff. I don't want y'all acting brand new in the chat.
Okay. I can say this one: the overly dramatic bougie one that's in everyone's business.
There you go. The accomplished.
Look. To add on to that, the one who has bougie friends, as in well-to-do friends that they can brag on, but they ain't really hitting on that. But they are in everybody's business. The one who pop up every time, the one who pop out of the woodwork every time something go down, and they usually the first one to know about it. You can't tell them nothing because half the hood will know what's going on. Yeah, I've had that.
Or the one that feels that they above everybody else.
Yes.
Nose turned up.
Or feel like they are
the accomplished one who made it because they got a degree, or they making this much money because they exist too, right?
Yep. They
the
get
one that looks down on everybody else.
The funny thing about those, and I hate to be negative about it, but to tell the truth, the funny thing about those is they get that one good job and then they get to feeling themselves and saying all this stuff. But usually, in most cases, that job falls off and then all of a sudden,
right,
they still got.
Cara said the auntie memes.
Look. At what did they say in the Kanye album, the first Kanye album? It's like, it's okay because I still got these degrees.
Yes.
I mean, the funniest thing is I've been pushed into that trope as a result of what I studied in school. I've had people try to push me into the trope of saying, "Oh, well, you think that just because you trying to use that psychoanalyst stuff." I'm like, "Nah, bro.
Hey,
I'm speaking to you straight facts."
Y'all remember Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins? Remember that?
Yeah. Everybody got a family like that.
I don't want y'all to be ghost in the comments section. We got six of y'all watching, which means somebody got some stories. Somebody got some, occurrences, because y'all ain't got to be specific if y'all don't want to be.
Right.
Tell us something.
Yeah, we ain't expecting you to share no tea or nothing. We just saying, look, man.
Think about your last family gathering. Now, I know for some of y'all, that was like in 2019 because you didn't do nothing last year. But even the small gatherings,
right?
Y'all know when y'all walked in a room and there was some sort of tension of some sort, because either you and your brother wasn't getting along, you and your sister wasn't getting along, your uncle was mad at his brother, or somebody mentioned some shit they wasn't supposed to mention from 10 years ago. Like, we know this shit happens.
Look,
let's talk about it.
My nose isn't turned high, but I'm antisocial. I feel you. Look, no, hey, I'm glad you mentioned that, because everybody always got that honor uncle that even while everything is going down, they sitting in a whole other room watching TV and they don't turn their head for the TV.
Look at that. Kiki said, "Don't really hang out with my family like that." Can we explore that a little bit?
Look, I had an uncle, God rest his soul. This man, look, something could pop off at a family gathering, and this man would never move from his spot. He would sit right there and watch TV, wasn't making noise. Look, and was chilling the whole entire time. You almost didn't realize he was there. He'd be like, "No, I ain't in it."
I want to talk about what Kiki said here.
Don't really. I think it's important. Family like that. Yeah,
I think it's important to what we're talking about. Is that out of personal choice that has nothing to do with any issues?
Or maybe is it because you feel like it's better to not deal with them?
Okay, I got you. So basically it's just like your mama and your dad and everybody else where they at.
Just bow.
Is that what you're alluding to?
Right. Look, Javar said, "I don't either." Look, hey, look, man, sometimes it's like that.
But is it like that though? Because it's just like that where we don't have the time, everybody's just living their lives, or
is it a reason?
Are we talking about generational curses? Are we talking about problematic strained relationships?
I would say that it's a bit of both. I
want to know though, because at least according to the chat, since y'all two specifically referenced that, I'm curious.
Yeah. Now, one thing I found interesting.
Is it inadvertently, or
Right.
are we purposely, or what we doing here?
Now, one thing I found interesting, real interesting, was there was one time I was coming to work and I was complaining because I was there on Mother's Day, right? It was a Sunday. I was like, man, I could be home right now. I don't want to be out there on Mother's Day. Dude told me, and this was a white dude, he sat there and said, he was like, man, I intentionally chose to work on Sunday so that way I wouldn't have to be around my mother and my family. I was like, Now this is something I will say about black folk. This is something that is specific to us. No matter what issues we have within our family, yes, there might be something that we agree to disagree with, and we just be like, all right, we ain't gonna bother with you right now, blah, blah, blah. But some of us will not do stuff to the point of like that, like heavy dissociation. Like the most we do is dissociation. We might cause a fight, might start something up or do whatever, but it usually doesn't reach a point where it's like, I'm completely gone. I will find a reason to not deal with y'all.
Carver says something important here. She said, we're not required to hang around family because it's family. We distance ourselves to break those
curses or to
those curses and or to not deal with it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, and Kiki said, no, I'm saying that because I personally just go into my own little bubble, friends and family. I don't try to avoid. I just always fall off the radar. Yeah. And
see, that's why I asked.
It's really that. Yeah.
But that's important though. And that's why I'm asking the question.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely important.
Because while, yes, we are not required to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Typically speaking, we have our reasons why we choose to. Like when it comes to people, we have our reasons why we choose to interact with some people and not interact with others. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like this dialogue. Because I'm curious. Right. Just as well as NeRo. This was his topic, by the way. Yeah. He came up with this one for y'all. And so, I asked those questions because while we're not required to hang out with our family, they are the first people who are introduced to us naturally in our lives, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like they kind of come by default, if you will.
Right.
It's not like a friend where that's someone you have to acquire yourself.
No, they come as a package deal. Basically.
Yeah, family's a package deal. So while you don't have to deal with them if you don't want to, I want to at least say that I'm going to play devil's advocate and say at least half the time people don't deal with their family for actual reasons.
Right.
Not.
But it takes something. It takes something to be an issue. Let's see. Okay, Kiki said, but I do have a weed lover, drinking lover, the one that isn't necessarily dependable, wouldn't call first if I was in trouble. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, now I will say this. I do have certain family members that I know that I can call if something pops off, and I know certain ones that I can't tell nothing about my situation. I will say that. There are certain ones that I know when to keep certain things quiet is kept, and when to keep certain, and I know which ones who I can sit down and really talk to and really level with and really be like, okay, this is my issue. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? Because some of them, I've had ones, and I've even had friends like this, where they pop up when it's okay to be seen. They exist as a facsimile. They basically come up whenever it's cool, whenever the dust settles and everything's fine. They might do a little bit just to say that they were there, but that's it. It's nothing heavy. It's nothing like, oh, you in the trenches. Oh, you really been here. You never left. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. One thing that I notice in a lot of black families is that we always know where home is.
Oh, yeah.
And as long as that home is an established safe space, a lot of us do a lot better because of it. And that's something that I do really want to highlight amongst us, is that we have to continue that trope of having our home be a safe space for our children, for our relatives, for those around us. One thing I can definitely say is church families are very good when that is a good dynamic. I don't know how many, once again, due to my grandfather being a preacher, I've had my phone blown up constantly by various church members saying, What can I do? What do y'all need? How is everything going? What's the progress? What's their phone number or their room number or whatever? What's going on? We had one that I had one, and I need to actually hit her up and thank her. She was like, what's the address so I can send flowers? I know, I'm thinking she gonna send flowers. You not know this woman sent not one, but 2 gift baskets full of stuff.
Dope.
Just because. No one asked, no one questioned that, just because.
Cara said, I remember growing up with my moms, made sure we had our own personality. 2 sisters, 2 years apart from each other. So we all had kind of a different role.
And that's good. It's good when
I'm the nerd.
Yep.
And she is
I mean, hey, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's kind of where I'm at with certain things. Is it's okay to have established roles. If there's one thing you're good at and there's another thing that someone else is good at,
asking,
divvy up the work.
If you the nerd, what does that make her? That's all. I mean, no what you be saying, no tea, no shade? That's lovely tea shit, right? No tea, no shade.
Oh no, she'd be like, honey.
So look. I just gotta hum that shit off.
Gotta hum like an old church lady.
Shoot. That's how my grandma was.
Right?
Shoot. She
hey, that humming.
Sometimes you don't even gotta say nothing. It's just
Look, hey, that humming got folks through some rough times, all right?
Shit.
I'm just saying.
Hymns turn into hums.
You right.
We don't do hymns no more. It's just hums. And that's good. You know, individuality definitely matters. That can definitely help.
Yes.
Especially when there is an unhealthy or problematic dynamic.
Yes.
In a family.
One thing that is important is that individuality gives way to autonomy, a sense of autonomy, if you get what I'm saying.
For sure.
And autonomy is a big deal. It's a really big deal in families, especially because you're dealing with the younger children eventually getting older, coming into their own understanding what their role is in life, what it takes to be a man, what it takes to be a woman. And then you have the older members of the family who are kind of on the other sliding scale where they feel like they're losing their power, they're losing their autonomy, they may not be losing their influence, but they feel like they are, you know.
Well, also, you know, it's also a coming of age thing though, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, someday I won't be here, and where this family is, where we are as a family, I will eventually have to leave the reins to the next generation to do from there. And I think this is one of my biggest reasons why I'm so big on family, y'all.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that you may have an issue with a family member now that isn't so deep-seated that you hate them.
Right.
Which means what? If something were to happen to that family member
at this moment,
you would probably be devastated.
Yeah.
But not only would you be devastated, depending on who that member is and what they mean to that family structure,
the family itself
will be devastated.
Yes.
And that's why these things matter.
That's true.
Because sometimes it's not as simple as the brother that's always lying about some shit.
Right.
That get on your nerves.
Right.
Sometimes it's not as simple as the cousin that be low-key hating on you.
Right.
Sometimes it's the grandfather whose house this is that we always able to go to.
Yes.
Sleep in a bed when we need a place to stay one night. Talk to whenever we going through some stuff. So don't get it twisted. These dynamics really come into play when we lose people.
Yes, because you realize what the difference is.
Right, and we don't want it to always be that.
Right.
That's one of my biggest gripes, not just personally, but I know some of y'all have dealt with this before, and it's just like this.
Yeah.
Damn. I had this feeling about a situation with family member X.
Right.
Now they gone.
Yeah. Now you don't have closure.
Now, not only do I have closure, but guess what? if we ever had any good time ever that ever remotely mattered to me, there will never be an opportunity for any more of those.
Yeah.
And I have to live with the fact
that they left on a bad note.
That y'all collectively left it on a bad note. Because it takes two to tango, right?
Absolutely. And that's rough, man.
And nobody wants to have these thoughts come back in at funerals.
No.
I sure in the hell don't.
No.
I sure in the hell don't.
Not at all. Not at all.
There are family members today that I still think about, and I'm just like, man, why did I not see so much more opportunity with you?
Right.
There's some dead and alive like that.
Yeah.
They're mostly dead, but there's also some people alive.
And that's why when I speak on any of these family members in a negative light, I always emphasize I don't hate them. I just want them to do better. I want better for them. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And sometimes the issue that you have with family roles, because this is a big thing for me, because of what your perceived family role is, and because of what your parents may perceive you to be better or worse at handling, you might end up being the one who has more responsibility heaped on them, who has more emphasis placed on the things that you do wrong, as opposed to everybody being weighed by the same scale. Sometimes that's the problem. Sometimes we do measure things by a different metric depending on who the person is. And sometimes it's because we think that, well, such and such can handle more than the other one. But that doesn't necessarily make it justifiable.
Facts.
Because sometimes those family members will feel left out, or those other family members that have fallen by the wayside and don't get that treatment might feel some type of way to where they feel emboldened to say something to you.
Hey, this is why. This is also why.
Because they think that you're the perfect one.
This is also why a will and a trust matter as well, right? So when we talk about generational curses, the other generational thing that we like to see amongst family dynamics is generational wealth, right?
Yes.
So here's where it swings around, right? Funerals can end up turning into a generational curse.
Yes.
Because they can be expensive. And when you have several people dying in a particular span of time, it can be even worse.
Especially when it's only a couple people handling the bills.
Right. And think about that, extrapolate that even more to like situations where a lot of y'all don't talk and y'all just coming together for the funeral because it's the funeral, right? And
to add on to that,
imagine how much more strain is with that.
Yes.
Damn, I ain't seen you in 20 years. I ain't seen you in 16.
Right.
And now we here at the funeral trying to figure out how we gonna
look. But you want to know what the other part of that is sometimes they literally don't show up until the funeral. When they do show up to the funeral, they cry. No, they wait till you go home. Everybody cries, boo-hoos and everything, brings out the flowers, all that stuff, has all these little well wishes, everything. The choir sings, the organ plays, everybody walks around, gives their final set-offs, goes home, and then all of a sudden they calling you the person who set up everything. And they're saying, hey, so I was just wondering, did Auntie have anything in the will for me?
What all did you get?
Yes. Who's in charge of that?
Right.
Sometimes they'll just run through the house.
Make sure y'all got y'all beneficiaries and all that stuff set up right.
Look, now I will say this because I had an uncle who had a whole look, you know what? I had an uncle who had a whole bunch of kids. This is why sometimes it's not always good to have a whole bunch of kids. At least a whole bunch of kids in various different relationships where it's not really established. Is every single one of them wants a piece of your inheritance. It's a possibility where every single one of them will want a part of what you have. And there's nothing wrong with having an inheritance for your children. But if you don't have your affairs in order when you get older, because you've been island hopping from place to place to place to place to place, and you got one kid there, 2 kids there, 3 kids there, 4 kids there, and they ain't all related, and they're all related, but they don't all understand each other. But then 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the line, you about to be on your deathbed, and you ain't wrote nothing down in your will because you either didn't trust nobody or because you didn't establish a relationship. Guess what's going to happen when you're gone? Whatever little bit you got, They're going to fight over that, and they're going to tear that house apart until they find it.
Kiki said, yeah, I know someone that had to make a GoFundMe for a 24-year-old because no one had insurance for him and he didn't have any for himself.
That's rough.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Sometimes there have been times where people have had to sell off items of that person's that was important in order to pay for the funeral.
Exactly.
Just to cover the burial. You know, and people don't take that into account. You know, it costs just as much to live as it does to die.
Crazy.
I didn't realize how much funerals cost, bro. Look, even a cremation costs about $2,000. $2 or $3,000 actually.
Yes, sir. And on where you
full on funeral? Oh.
Yeah.
They make bank out here, bro.
It's something else. The whole procedure of organizing a funeral.
Yes. It's nothing that I would wish on my worst enemy. It's a hard thing. Said no, they can't fight over something because it's going to the state since he didn't put no one down just to get it. Get it, Nick. Just saying, yeah, but you know how certain folks is. They'll run up in there and just take whatever's physically there. I've heard of situations where family members have ran up in the vacant house and taken stuff after the funeral.
People start collecting real soon.
Litigation don't catch up to everything. But I know what you're talking about. I do agree with what you're talking about.
And even that's not.
Yeah. And whoever becomes the executor of the will, who becomes over at the POA or whatever, just know they got to fight the rest of them.
Stop trying to autocorrect me.
I can't help it. I ain't really trying to autocorrect. If I did, I didn't notice it.
These dynamics are nothing nobody want to play with, y'all.
No.
But think about it though. Y'all know it's people out here who have went through these problematic situations multiple times, and or for every person that died.
Every single one.
That's generational if it keeps going on.
Bro,
Look,
you ever had a situation where you had a funeral and somebody stole the flowers off the casket?
No, I have not. But
that's happened before.
Or
a better one whenever whenever somebody died, and this is why you got to be smart about what you do in life. Whenever somebody died, and all of a sudden you got the wife sitting there, the ex-girlfriend, the other lady that was on the side that had 2 kids by him that lived down the street, and a couple, and maybe even a couple others, and they all fighting for a seat in the front. Or even better yet, where they don't want to sit. I've literally been in a funeral where they did not mention a family member. Like my grandfather had a half brother who, for the bulk of his time, our family, a member of our family, our side of the family, was the one who was his caretaker. Do you not know that neither he or her were mentioned in the eulogy?
Disowning.
We read the eulogy. We sat there and read the eulogy.
Hey, y'all.
And they did not mention him in there. They didn't even mention the woman who took care of him, who was actually one of his cousins on our side of the family.
Disowning,
and they all look, and
it's like a real thing. And if you ever actually been disowned for any particular reason,
I think I told you about this. Do you not know they didn't list his real father in that eulogy? They did not list his real father because him and my grandfather share a father. Yeah, if you know, you know. Look, and that's the funniest thing. And his other brothers know him.
Kiki said, "Hey, I got my insurance though.
That was my main goal going into this year.
Life is too short. Been too many around me leaving. Have to cherish people while
they're here.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's why we say, when bringing it back to family specifically, they built in, y'all. They built in. Now, I'm not saying that you gotta engage with them. No. What I am saying is that
you gotta work out some things. Like we gotta do better than. I have to say this. We have to do better than our grandparents and our great-grandparents and our elders, because a lot of the elders had a lot of stuff that was going on and they knew about it, but nobody said anything. Nobody addressed it. Nobody dealt with it. This is something where both their parents are long gone. They didn't even know about each other, and they was living in the same city for 20 years. Over 20 years, well, actually. And that's the thing. These things become issues because they are not dealt with. Then you got 60, 70, 80-year-olds walking around still giving each other the stank face because of something they mom and daddy did. Of their own volition.
Yeah.
Of their own choice. That is messed up. Like, do you realize how infantile that sounds?
We're definitely more
It's
privileged.
impractical.
We're definitely more privileged in this modern day in that sense when it comes to connection and togetherness. That we ought to have better discernment.
Yes.
When it comes to family dynamics. You know, people who be on ish, they be on ish. And people who don't, they don't when it comes to your family.
Yes.
And the thing is that you definitely don't have to directly interact with them. You really don't.
You know,
the grudge holding and all of that stuff, it will get you nowhere.
It's dead. Like,
It'll
if
get
you're
you
not
nowhere.
gonna deal with somebody, that's fine. But don't sit there and hold no rage for them. Like, don't put your kids and your other family members that don't have to be involved in this through this. Don't put them in a situation where they gotta pick a side just because you mad. If you mad, you mad. Deal with it.
Kiki said something.
Let's see. Low-key, my dad treated us like trophy kids just to show us around at work and send us back. And now he up in age, but I don't really talk to him like that. Just do for when I have kids, they could hopefully meet him and form their own opinions because I didn't get that chance from my granddad. Exactly.
Yeah, we have to be better we have to be better.
Yeah.
Even if we still get afflicted by the curse,
Right.
being the ones that are the most forthcoming,
Yes.
even if we're not, the youngest,
No.
we're the generation of at least the youngest adults in most family
Yes.
breakdowns.
Yes. Because
Not
now
all.
ours are having children.
So it's like, yeah, you have to not you have to not participate in the same behaviors that the people you mad at that came before you did.
Yes, because it just continues.
It just continues.
And you're not hurting nobody doing that.
Yeah, I had to cut my dad off because I had to get that weight off my heart. So I completely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look,
yeah.
I mean, I've had situations where there's
You ain't gotta hate them,
right.
but do you have to deal with them? No.
No. Look,
No.
there's certain members of my family that I don't know because I don't know my father. But at the same time, I'm not gonna hate somebody that I don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna, if he decided that if he popped up today and said, "Hey, I want to talk to you. I want to form a relationship," am I gonna be like, "Oh my God,
Look,
what's up?" Look, I'm not gonna be like super hunky dory and everything about it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna hate this man.
This is a bar.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is a bar. Don't nobody steal my shit.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest gift my dad ever gave me was the fact that I'm able to say that sentence because he didn't give me shit else.
Yep.
I need y'all to hear that.
I feel
and
that.
Understand what I meant by that.
I feel that. Look. Okay.
The greatest gift he could have gave me was life because he didn't give me nothing else.
Kiki said, just because he didn't rock with his dad, I thought the man was dead until he called me and told me he passed in 2019.
Woo!
Yeah. It'd be like that.
And even if you pass that moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you pass that moment, wasn't that a fucking doozy?
Yeah.
I had to be when you got the call. It's like,
yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. Because that's still part of your legacy.
Stealing right now.
Look, that's a part of your legacy. That's what people don't understand. It's legacy. That's important.
We got 7 people in here. Get them likes up, please, and thank you.
Because here's my thing. You need to know where you come from. Not only just because of your legacy, not only just because it's important to know what your lineage is, but when it comes to medical issues, when it comes to things that concern you. I just found out we have a history through my grandfather's side of the family of heart disease, of heart problems. He didn't even know that. He had to hit up one of his cousins and she told him. And that's what I'm saying. These things are important because not only we don't know what we're passing down emotionally and mentally to our children, we don't know what we're passing down genetically.
Yes.
If somebody has a genetic predisposition to certain diseases or certain conditions, they need to know that. And if you don't know who your mama was or who your daddy was or who their grandparents was, guess what happens? You have to do all that guesswork. Dang, the only gift my dad gave me was half there because without my mom, I wouldn't be all here. Hashtag bars. That's cold. I ain't even mad.
You know.
Let's go.
Okay.
I ain't even mad at that.
Okay. Okay. I see what you did there.
I like that.
I'm still saying mine the way I said mine. Because the gender was determined by him. But I see what you did there. Semantics. But I like that. That's a flip. She flipped my shit.
We appreciate that.
Cara, thank you for flipping my shit. Because I might even make my bar better because of that. I like what you did there.
That's cold. That is cold. I do like that.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But I mean, but that's where I'm at, is that when it comes to closure, when it comes to things of that nature, it's good to get an understanding of what's going on around you. Our experiences do frame who we are as people. That's not a lie. But there is some degree of cognitive understanding that comes with what we do. You got to understand certain things have to be practical. You have to look at things from a practical standpoint, not just an ideal standpoint. From an ideal standpoint, we'd all be able to be in a positive relationship with all our parents and everything be straight. From a practical standpoint, there's just going to be some folks that you have to agree to disagree with and that you might have some issues with, and that if push comes to shove, they just going to have to stay up out the way.
Yeah.
You have to weigh the scales on what's important when it comes to family.
But yeah, keep the hatred energy.
Yeah,
y'all wasting your own life force doing that.
I'm glad you said that.
They don't deserve.
Look,
they don't deserve that from you.
No,
that does more harm to you than them.
Look,
you're stressing about the wrong thing.
One thing that my great grandmother always used to say is, if you're talked about, you're thought about. You are giving people energy. You are allowing them to live rent free in your head just because you mad about something.
They ain't mad because they ain't mad and they ain't bothered by what they did. Because if they was bothered, they would.
Look, if they was bothered, they come try to see what's going on.
Right, and they would be relentless in that.
Exactly. Look, people will do. And one thing I've always understood, y'all gonna get a lot of quotables today. One thing I've always come to the understanding of: people will do what they got to do to get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? People will do what they got to do.
Oh, hold up, boy. We got 8 people in here. Who in this thing and ain't liking it? Hit that like up.
Twice.
Please and thank you.
Twice.
Shout out to the 8 of y'all who are in here. We talking about generational curses and financial.
Okay.
Why do I keep wanting to say finance?
Look, Kiera Robs 25 said easier said than done. NeRo, no. Oh, I do.
I mean, for any and everybody all the time.
Absolutely. And the fact of the matter is, it's not easy. There's no point in pretending that it is easy. There's no point in pretending that it might be easier. And yes, it's harder to hold on to something than simply let it go. Come to terms with what happened and don't allow yourself to be put in that situation again. Thank you. Because sometimes the reason we don't let it go is because we're afraid of being put in that situation again. But that's not what you're supposed to take from that. What you're supposed to take from that is that's a lesson. That's a lesson. Once you get past the lesson, you don't take that part of that textbook with you and rip it out of the book once you pass the class. No, you take that in your mind, but you don't carry it on with you. You don't have to spend your life trying to solve the same problem that you just fixed.
I think that's a key. I think that's a key to understanding something.
Yeah.
When you come to terms with something, when you understand something,
mm-hmm.
you get why the mechanism is the way it is and why it leads to the endpoint that it does.
Absolutely.
And because of that, because you have that understanding of it and you're not still trying to figure it out,
mm-hmm.
you're not still questioning it, trying to find the sense in it.
You're not trying to deep dive.
Right. You're not trying to debunk it or make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're able to relinquish some of the power that it has over you.
Right. And I mean, that's just one of those things.
My lesson is to take someone out on sight.
Oh, Jesus. Wait, no.
Hey, now you sounding.
Oh, God, no.
That sounded very school shooter.
God. Hey, hold on. Because I think I know what you're talking about. And if it's what I think,
hey,
no.
we not
that ain't good. I can't publicly agree with that. But look.
No. This ain't.
I wish I could be positive about it, but I'm still working on it. And I understand.
Twin, this ain't even because I don't know, right? So I can speak from ignorance in this regard that, like, I don't know what you could be referencing. But what I can say, right, is that with something that's not positive, there's not even a positive spin to be put on it. It's simply this.
I'm not trying to laugh at you. It's the fact that Kiki says, so you choose violence this evening.
I don't know who she's talking to, but
she's talking to you, twin.
Oh, but yeah, you know, at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, whatever one person is being afflicted with, you have pretty much two basic decisions to make. You can let it rule over you for the rest of your life.
Yep.
Or you cannot.
Yes.
Choose not every time. Yes. That ain't apologizing for it. That ain't making it okay. That's not excusing it.
It's allowing something that should not have authority over you. Let's put it this way. And this might sound a little churchy, but y'all gonna have to bear with me. That's where I come
Lord.
from. Look, you have full governance and authority over your life and what you do with your life and what you do with your time.
That's power.
Do not allow something that is intangible, that is not physically holding you back from something, to take authority over your life and live rent-free in your mind. You are submitting power to it. You are giving up your freedom to something just because it pissed you off. Think about that. And I'm not trying to make it simple or trivial, but the truth of the matter is that sometimes how you have to think about it in order to get past it. In order to get past it, you got to think, I'm not about to, he said, walk us down. I'm not about to let something rule over my life and have power over me. Because at the end of the day, this is just a thing.
Twin said,
this is just a thing.
Twin said, I won't go into detail, but we had a compromised judgment amongst males and females in my family, like turning a blind eye in the wrong situations.
That ends with me.
Main reason I don't take no shit. And that's breaking the generational curse.
Yes.
That's breaking the generational curse. And honey, ain't nothing wrong with not taking no shit. Shit.
You just like, see.
Come on.
I think you just like
said Cowboy Bebop in here.
Hey.
Man, I was just listening to that theme music earlier. Because I seen that damn Netflix post.
Look, man, but the truth of the matter is, the reason I'm saying that is,
I goofed.
You don't allow things to take root in your mind and control you. You stronger than that.
I goofed.
You better than that, and you bigger than that. You're bigger than your issues. You are not your issues, and you should not be defined by them if you so choose not to be. That's your choice. At the end of the day, that is your choice.
I'm getting old. I called it Apple Messages earlier. I meant to say iMessage. But yeah, so don't. Hey.
On them apples.
Right.
Pears.
Them goddamn cellular phones.
Shout out to the pears.
It's going to be very huge.
Yes. Tremendous. But no, seriously. But in all truth, that's how I look at it. I look at it from the perspective of, I'm not about to let nobody or no thing tell me what I want to do. Stop me from doing what I want to do. I've seen situations where people have left from clubs, committees, groups, and other things that they enjoyed because they allowed something else to tether them and yank them away. No, don't sit there and do that. If they want to try to make your life a living hell, you don't sit there and let them. You sit right there and do whatever it is you want to do. And if they want to sit there and be mad, they can leave.
Yep.
They can exit stage left. Or they can sit there, shut up, and take it. You either do something in this life, we only have two options. You either do something about whatever's going on in your life, or you don't.
And listen, y'all, on that note,
that's
the perfect transition of what I want to say as we start to close, because we don't want to keep y'all too late. No. We got things we need to do and people we need to check on and what have you. I want to say this, y'all, because it's important. I said this in the beginning of the pod.
Yes, sir.
Pretty sure I did. My mind been crazy today, so it's possible I didn't. So if not, this is going to be the last thing y'all hear from me. And that is, y'all, we have to normalize our people. especially in Black culture. We got to normalize us going to the doctor, us getting our routine checkups, our health checkups, our dental checkups, our mental checkups. Okay?
There ain't nothing wrong with getting a mental check. Look, all that stuff they talk about, a vibe check, that's a vibe check.
Because
making sure you ain't crazy.
Right. Because most of these issues, not all, but most of these issues can be alleviated, mitigated, if not killed in their tracks when we are taking care of ourselves properly and we seeking the kind of help that we need. And don't get it twisted. The abuser needs as much help, if not more, than that person that's being abused.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Everybody.
They one and the same.
Yes.
Whether you know it or not. Because the origin starts somewhere.
Yes.
And sometimes it ain't the origin with the last person you deal with, but the person before them.
Oh my God, yes, thank you. We got to read the fine print paperwork. Yes, we do. A lot of look, you know, since we on this subject, and I'm tell the truth. Look, here's one thing. If you got somebody that you know is trying to study in the medical field, somebody who's trying to get their CNA, somebody who's trying to get whatever's going on, especially the people who's trying to get their CNAs, because a lot of them end up working in nursing homes and rehab facilities and various things of that nature. Tell them that they better stay on their A game and be on their A game. And if they can't maintain a B average, they don't need to be in any of those facilities. I'm going to say that. And then the other part is, if you can't not only if you cannot maintain a B or a B plus average in those classes that you took to get your CNA, but if you cannot maintain doing things on a timely schedule and in a timely manner, and you don't like getting called, you don't like being contacted, you don't like talking to nobody, you don't like nobody talking to you about things that you're messing up at, you are in the wrong line of work, honey. You need to go back and spend another 4 years doing something else. You better go to business school or something where you can sit on your butt.
Because it definitely will be 4 years or more if it's any kind of medical anything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. And the reason I'm saying that is because there are a lot of them that just get that for the check. And then they go in and they think they just sitting there. They think they can just sit there. I've walked in these rooms. I have talked to these people. I have been in this situation for over a week. And some of them, I come in, I'm polite. I am respectful because I'm not going to dog you out like you would dog you out at your job. I wouldn't want you to do that to me. But at the same time, you have a job and you are expected to complete it.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's one thing that I said as a quote on Facebook, and it does apply to this. And we got 8 people and 7 likes. Somebody fix that.
Please and thank you.
If you want a title, look, I'm gonna say this once. If you want a title, play your position. Woo! One more time. If you want a title, look, I'll start making y'all say neighbor. If you want a title, play your position. It ain't that hard. Okay, if they lurking, let them lurk. I'm here to speak truth. I'm speaking truth to power. Every single one of us has had a family member that's been through some things, that's been dealt with some things when it concerns to the medical field. And some of these medical companies, some of these places, they pussyfoot around so much they'll send you through more phone numbers than the government just to figure out one thing. Make sure your stuff is right.
Or depending on the situation,
yeah,
you've been the family member.
Yes.
So
yeah,
you know, that's why we gotta
now. Don't get me wrong.
Let them know. Hit that like button.
Look. Now, don't get me wrong. For those of y'all who are in the medical field and those who know people who are in the medical field who do their thing and they hustle and they grind, all respect to you. Y'all are invaluable.
We love you.
Y'all are especially when it comes to dealing with us. Because the thing that you don't realize, especially when we get older, they put us all in the same boat. And let's just tell the truth. A lot of black people that get older have a whole lot more autonomy than a lot of white people that are the same age. And some of that is because of the way we take care of ourselves. Some of that is because of our family dynamics. And some of it is because of our mentality. We refuse to lose our minds. But sometimes they put us all in the same, sometimes they put us in the same boat when it comes to these certain things. And one thing I hate, look, if you deal with older people, please don't do this. Please do not do this. Don't do the thing where you lean this close with your eyes bugged out like this and you sitting there saying, "Hello, sir. How are you doing today?" If the person ain't got a hearing aid, don't pretend like they do. That is patronizing. That and know me sitting there doing no double talk with these folk, because some of them do know what you're talking about. Or if they don't, they got a relative that does. Don't play. Don't play. Litigation is a real thing. I'm just trying to let you know.
Well, y'all, we ain't gonna keep y'all too late. I do got some announcements and stuff I want to make before we close this one off.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a good chat. Thank y'all for being patient with us.
We appreciate y'all.
We wanted the stream to start around 7:30, but like I said, we had to get ourselves together, and we had a few little loose ends we had to tie. It's been a good discussion, though, still nonetheless.
Yes, indeed. As always, we appreciate y'all. Y'all bring life to this. So
yes, I got a few announcements though before we send y'all off for the night.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Once again, y'all, the men of Black in a Minute, the Dark King poet and NeRo Angelo,
yes, sir,
have partnered with the Evansville Otters and the Evansville African American Museum.
Mm-hmm.
For what? A baseball game celebrating 100 years of the Negro League baseball era. Okay? And with that, I got some tickets, and that man over there got some tickets too.
He got tickets.
Free tickets to the baseball game. It's not just going to be a baseball game, no. There's going to be plenty of activities. Of course, it's going to be food.
Yeah.
It's even going to be some fireworks because, you know, it's that time of the year.
Yep.
This is all going down Juneteenth. June 19th. For those of y'all who don't know what Juneteenth is.
Let them know what time, too.
Okay? The festivities will start at 5:30. First pitch is going down at 6:30. Also, that same day, earlier in the day, if you can't wait for that baseball game, all right, there's going to be a Juneteenth block party celebration here in Evansville, Indiana, where this Otters game is also.
Yes, sir.
And there's going to be Black-owned businesses and merchants.
Speak on it.
All on the block.
Speak on it.
It's going to be plenty of food to eat.
Yes,
that's
sir.
Black-owned and made on the block.
Speaking of such, let me see if I can actually pull up that flyer.
It's going to be some music as well. So we're going to be jamming. Also, there will be some performances from artists like myself, NeRo Angelo, and many more.
Absolutely.
It's going to be rap. It's going to be word.
Homegrown,
it's power.
baby. It's homegrown.
Y'all hear me?
Support your locals. Support your locals, man. These are the ones that's gonna get you right. These are the ones that's gonna remember
you know what?
Support.
You know it, bro. You already know, man. You already know.
We out here.
So yeah, if y'all want tickets to the Evansville Otters game, you better find me or NeRo Angelo.
Let us know some, bro.
If you know where we work, I guess you can ask me while I'm at work.
Oh,
I'm not putting that information out there though for you.
Ain't. Look, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let me see if I can post this picture in here.
Go for it, bro.
Let me see. There's an event in Evansville this Sunday too. Okay, that's what's up. Oh yeah. Also, don't forget to watch Loki. Get your nerd on. On God, I'm lacking. Look, hey, beyond that, who in here has watched Invincible? You gotta watch it, man. Look, I got your twin on it. She just went through the whole thing. She has been emotionally damaged, and rightfully so.
Lord.
Woo. Hey man, that ending was rough. Look, and for those who've read the comments, like who's actually read the comics.
Wait. More rough than OG Berserk? Or like on that level?
It gets there in certain points.
Ooh.
It gets dark.
I'm gonna have to check it then.
It gets dark.
Because if you remember if you know like I know, that ending of Berserk tore me the fuck up.
But no, look,
so
I will say, right now, it's kind of a melancholy ending, but this is just the first season. Yeah, and the first season has only covered 14 chapters of the actual comic.
Right.
There's 144.
Right.
There's 144. Y'all about to be
okay, it's on that level? Oh, Lord.
Look. Y'all about to be in for some stuff. This is only the start.
Okay.
This is only the start.
That's gonna be our anime recommendation of the night.
Look, it ain't even anime, dog. It's comics. It was actually written by the same dude who made The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you corrected me.
Hey.
Well, hopefully ain't no nerds in there. I don't think there's any nerds. Nobody that's gonna get on my ass for that.
They gonna beat you.
It's American. It's not anime.
American. Not
it's
anime.
cartoon.
Not anime. But beat you. Don't say Do not say that it is anime because it's not anime. And if you say anything like that, I will publicly shame you in front of your family
sound like
and bring
Doug
disrespect
Dimmadome,
and dishonor upon you.
But hey, y'all.
I hate you for that reference.
At the top of the chat is
I
also
hate you so much for that
a
reference.
link to our podcast.
I'm just going to go ahead and try to post this mug.
Anybody who want to share that
on there. That's just for the Juneteenth.
Anybody who wants to keep up with the latest happenings as far as the Black in a Minute podcast, definitely check out that link. That's also going to be where the merch and everything ends up dropping at.
Because they don't have an event page for that, do they?
No, I think they do.
Do they?
I don't know about what's going on. Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I'm trying to find that. The Evansville second annual Juneteenth celebration.
Yeah, it's one.
I don't see a. It's
got the.
Oh wait, is it in the chat?
It's got the black flag, bro.
It's in the chat. Isn't it? Hold on.
But definitely, if you got Facebook, hop on that, join that, get with it.
Yeah.
I performed and was a part of the event last year.
Mm-hmm.
The outpouring of beautiful black people. And even some white folk came out. It was lovely as hell.
Yes, Lord.
That's why I brought my first mask, because I don't like them damn plastic shits. I hate them. It was kente cloth. I had a little bit of the shaky on my face. Sir.
He said kente cloth. Yeah.
But
let me see. Nah, bro, that's in Arizona. Ain't it? I hate that I can't find this thing.
Bro, you should be able to find it. You should be tagged or associated with the event.
Probably, but man,
it's got like a just go on the website and you'll see it on there.
Did they post it in the group thing?
It should be. If not, it should just be a search, bro. I got a picture of it though on the events page. Hey, those of y'all who got the link to our website, you can also go down there. There's now an events section. Yes. You can literally see upcoming events.
Yes.
A week from tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So next Friday.
You have a week to decide.
June the 18th. The summer series comes back. This man is not only part of the organization of it, he is performing.
Yes, indeed.
Along with Sonny Teray.
Yes, sir.
Along with Ray Dozier.
Yes, sir.
Along with Zachary TBM. Jew Washington is going to be hosting, and if you know him or are familiar with him, the brother knows how to speak as well.
Yes, he does. And the man knows his way around some comedy. That man had my stomach hurting a couple times, man. I'm like, dog, you can't be making me laugh like that. Almost ended up with a 4-pack.
But yeah, once again, y'all, this has been the Black in a Minute podcast.
Absolutely.
We really do want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
Let me post that link in there because I know exactly where that mug is.
NeRo's gonna post a link to the event. It's a direct link to where you can just go ahead and check in. Just go ahead. You ain't got nothing to do on a Friday night these days in the summertime.
You ain't got nothing to do.
Oh, bruh. Tell them about the venue.
Oh, that's actually at the Evansville Arts Council building. It's gonna be on the rooftop.
So we're gonna be outside.
Yes.
We're gonna be outside with it.
On the roof.
On the roof.
On the roof.
The roof might catch on fire. Our council, y'all don't know me like that. I don't do rap. I speak.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna set the roof on fire. It's gonna be on fire because who you gonna have on them stages?
Either that or it's gonna be on fire because of the heat wave that we've been having this last
week. Power.
We don't know whether to be on fire or drown. Look, man, today was drip or drown Thursday because I think I almost did both trying to walk outside.
Mm-mm.
My God, I was like, what is going on?
But
did
you drop that link in there, bro?
I'm trying to get it now. Trying to get this darn thing to work. Sometimes trying to do it through.
He gonna drop the direct link in there, but if not, y'all, the flow page at the very top of the chat, as well as in the description of this group or within the Facebook group, it has the event on there as well.
Yes, indeed. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I'm used to doing this off my phone versus doing it actually on Facebook. That tells you how much I'm actually on Facebook on my computer. So
next time you need to just grab the phone and just hit that mug in there real quick.
I just don't be trying to mess up nothing.
But yeah, we definitely it's been a good discussion. Been a good discussion, y'all. Thank you to everybody who chose to share something. We know it's not easy sharing things of this caliber.
Absolutely.
And even as broad as y'all chose to be, we still appreciate it.
Also,
this is for y'all.
If you do feel the need to bring up something that maybe you think of later, don't hesitate to drop it in the comments. We read the comments.
Oh yeah, we certainly do. We read the comments. We get notified of the comments.
Also, if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell so that way YouTube deems that we're important enough to tell you things. Because otherwise the algorithm is trash and you will not see when we do stuff.
Yeah, you won't know when we go live or even when we put up a live stream reminder.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Then you got to wait till you get the link. That's whack.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Tighten up, Facebook. I mean, dang it. YouTube, look, y'all both in the same boat. Y'all both need to tighten up, Lord.
Hey. Lastly, I'm gonna end it on a cliffhanger, I guess, of sorts. Okay. T-shirts coming soon.
Yes.
T-shirts coming soon, y'all.
Hopefully soon enough to do these events, you know what I'm saying? And like your twin said, I ain't miss it. Here, let me see that paper. You got the paper, do I got the paper? Look, I'm just saying, look, times have been kind of rough for all of us during this moment. And it's a little rough, We going through a lot. We trying to build ourselves up. We consider ourselves a black business and an entity. So we gonna need them donations. All of it. Donations. Gifts too. Sponsorships. If you need an ad done, holler at us. We will discuss prices.
Yes, we will.
But if you don't, ads. Look, but if you don't, you ain't got nothing to do and you got some extra spare cash that you don't want to spend on nothing else. Donations.
Cash App us.
Cash App and the PayPal will be in the links in the description.
Yes. But thank you guys once again. This has been the Black in a Minute podcast. I go by the Darks King Poet.
Yes, and I am NeRo Angelo. The episode will also be coming soon. You will see it on tomorrow. She said, I want my hoodie. She got the dollar signs. Look,
all right. You will get it. You will get it.
Look, you will be first in line.
The day one's going to get the link
take
first.
Take my money. No.
The day one's going to get the link first.
You ain't said nothing but a word.
I swear. But
look,
yeah.
I need a little bit of scratching.
We gonna
gas money
pop
expensive. I've been doing a lot of running. They cranked it back up to $3, man. That kind of hurt.
But this has been the Black in a Minute podcast.
Yep.
Peace. Power. And most importantly, power.
Dang it. Okay. We need to redo. That one.
Hey.
That wasn't good enough.
Yeah. We switched up.
Yeah.
I fucked that up because I initiated it.
Okay. So once again, this has been the Black in a Minute podcast sponsored by Twyman Art, and we would like to tell you to have a good night. Peace out.
Power.
Hey. Go. Oh.